Hi, this is Yanela Martinez with PenPals for Life. This is day 3 of 30 of 1 month in my PenPal for Life world. Today's topic is PenPal safety tips. We all kind of need to reflect every once in a while and just refresh our memories about what tips and what safety we need when it comes to PenPals and snail mail. So I will provide you with some of the tips that has helped me in the past 24 years of pen paling. First of all, I like to say that pen pals should never ask you for money. If they do, that is maybe a reason to stop pen paling or a warning sign to say be careful with this person. Also, never ever put your phone number online or anywhere. Maybe after you have known this pen pal for a few months and you have written plenty of letters to each other and you want to start texting or something like that, you can exchange phone numbers. But definitely you have to make sure that you have known this person for a long time and you trust them enough to even exchange phone numbers. But like I said, never post your phone number online. Also, pen pals should never ask you for any postage stamps. If they do, they can't really afford the hobby, and maybe it's time for you to drop them. Now, there are some exceptions to this rule. Sometimes, like in our Pen Pals for Life page, we do have something called I Wish, and where people are allowed to request up to 3 wishes. And one of them is postage stamps. When it comes to this, definitely you're able to ask, but not just receiving a letter asking you to mail them postage stamps. This is definitely something for you to reflect on and think about if you ever received that kind of request via a letter. Some of the ways that you can definitely assist another pen pal with postage stamps is if for some reason in kind of a situation they maybe lost their job and you like to continue to write them and temporarily they cannot afford postage stamps, you can just be a friend and mail them some stamps. Also, sometimes in Pen Pals for Life, we do have different raffles, and we do ask for donation of postage stamps. But in a regular friendship, you should never be asking somebody else to mail you some postage stamp. Like I said, that's definitely a no-no. Now, I do think that it's always best to rent a P.O. box, so that way you don't provide your home address. Now, this depends if it's something that is not expensive. I hear in the United States, your post office could run you from about $40 to $100 a year. So it depends on if you can afford to rent a P.O. box or not. I've had my P.O. box for the past 17 years, and there's only been one time where I've given someone my physical address. So I always think that P.O. box are better than your regular mail. Also, another safety tip is the pen pals do not need to know your income or the kind of material things that you do own. Some of this is because if you have a really expensive car, a really expensive house, if you tell them that your house was $500,000, that your car is worth $70,000, or 80 or more, maybe this will get a pen pal to think you have a lot of money, and if they have your address, it could be something more really bad. So like I said, keep your expensive material stuff and your salary and all that private. Don't really share that with your pen pals. When placing an online pen pal advertisement, give your email address instead of your home address to maybe exchange a few messages or emails before you give them your home address. Nowadays, we do have a lot of people that give their address on the page, and I always say provide that address via private message. Never ever ever give your social security number to any pen pal of yours. Okay, and I do think that you do need to share only general information about yourself and where you live until you do get to know your pen pal in that time frame. This may take some time, and I think that if you feel like a pen pal is asking you very personal topics, including your finances, your marital status, and other areas of your life that you don't intend to share with your pen pal, is a safety concern. Also, discontinue correspondence and report to authorities any attempt by an adult to gather inappropriate information from you or to engage in any sexual explicit discussion or even if they want to ask if you're just a minor. Now, remember, one of the things that you want to go ahead and ask at the beginning is how old that pen pal is. If you're somebody that's about 40 years old, you might not want to be pen pals with someone that's about 15 years old. There could be some legal issues with that. So some of the just to do a recap, remember, try to get a P.O. box if you can't afford one, or if you're able to. Don't give your address right away to someone. Get to know them a little bit. Don't post your address on Pen Pals for Life or any other location until you get to know that. Exchange your address via private message. Don't ever give your social security number out. And definitely, okay, try to be as honest as possible. And if you ever have any sense that something's going on, make sure you go with that gut feeling, because most of the times it is true. I do hope you have enjoyed some of my Pen Pals safety tips, and any feedback will be welcome. See you on day 4.